Hey, alright people, how are you all doing on this fine day? I am SubZeroExtabyte, as you all may know. And if you do not know, well, just stick around and you will find out everything about me throughout the length of this video. But today people, I am moving. Yes, as you may know, I have recently been playing some games of that new Hello Neighbor game, and I found out that there is a neighborhood pretty close to my house that looks a lot like the one from that game. So here I am. I have actually moved and I am ready to fool around right here and see what my new neighbor is up to, because that is what you do in that game, so that is what I am going to do as well. So I am actually just moving most of my stuff into my new house, but I am already really curious about my new neighbor, because I usually get really excited to meet new people, so I really want to find out if he is a cool guy or he is some kind of creep. Well, it seems like he has locked his door, so I guess that he is not anywhere around right now. I guess I could come back later today when he is back, and I could be able to start unpacking all of my stuff into my new house. But where is the fun in that, right? I really just want to explore this neighborhood a little bit and see what this town has to offer for me, except for some weird shenanigans with my new neighbor. But we will see what that will bring in a little while, I hope. Let's just see if my other neighbor is home. Maybe I can check up on them a little bit, because you know I am always ready for some adventure stuff, right? Let's see anybody home. Well, I guess that is a nope. Man, this is actually pretty scary. I never was this tense while playing the Hello Neighbor game on my PC. So what in the world is that sound? I wonder if there is something wrong with the electricity in this house, because that sounded like an outage happening. But alright, I am just going to take a quick nap, I guess. Alright people, you have no idea, but I just had the weirdest dream ever. I wish that I could show you what my dream was like, but it was just really weird. I can tell you that much. And why am I in my front yard? I cannot remember sleepwalking, and I am pretty sure that I did not lay down to take a nap right there. But that is okay, I guess I will just continue packing all of my stuff then, because that is something that will need to be done before I will be able to actually get a good rest tonight. I will need to unpack all of my belongings. So let's see what can we do around here more that will keep me awake. Wait, was that car always parked like that? I cannot remember it standing there when I went in to take a nap. My neighbor must have just crashed it when I was asleep. That is weird, because I cannot recall to have heard somewhat of a crash. Man, he really screwed that car up, did he not? That looks like it is completely totaled. Let's take a look if my neighbor is actually home, just to make sure that he is alright. But his front door is locked, so I wonder if he actually made it into his house. He might be seriously injured from that crash. Wow, I am such a heroic guy that I am actually going after this. Usually I would just not care and pack all of my stuff and get to bed, but no, I want to make sure that my new neighbor is okay. I mean, getting a good first impression of yourself is always nice, and I think that by checking on him he will get a first good impression of me, which is exactly what I want. Alright, I just broke his window, and I was not trying to break his window, but I really need to make sure that he is alright. I cannot just leave him to die like that. That would be seriously unethical behavior on my end. So I will find out what is going on with this guy. Maybe I should just call the police and let them investigate, but there is not time for that. Besides, I am already in his house, so I guess that I already have that going on for me. So if I would call the police right now, they would probably just bring me into the police station downtown and lock me up for breaking and entering, and someone like me cannot have that on their register. I am not letting that happen to me when I am just here to make sure that my neighbor is fine. So he left his TV on, but it is just giving static. Oh my, is that a bear trap? Why does this guy have a bear trap just lying around in his living room? This is one odd man, I can tell you that much already by just being in this place for a minute. Let's just spook around some more, because he has to be somewhere around, right? He cannot just disappear with his car in front like that, now can he? That is pretty unlikely if you ask me. Let's check the living room again. Maybe I missed something. Knowing myself, I know that usually that is the case, You know, me missing something. It's probably the truth, to be honest. Wow, I wonder what this door would lead to. It even has its own lock pad, and it is completely reinforced with a steel frame. Let's just get out of here. This is getting weird. Oh my god, Mr. Neighbor, what in the world? What is going on here? What is happening? I should not have done this. Alright, what in the world was that? Was I dreaming again? Or what should I make of this? Because I am not sure what just happened, but I guess that I fell asleep in my front yard again. I guess that is getting pretty repetitive right now. Wow, that was another weird dream right there. I was walking around in my neighbor's house and he just stormed at me and knocked me out. And then I wake up right here. I guess it felt like those times in your dream when you are falling and right before you hit the ground you wake up and you are like, what in the world just happened? That is exactly what it felt like. Alright, what is going on here? I am just checking out what in the world just happened here with my neighbor, and now I just fall through the floor. That does not look like a normal thing to me. But then again, that might just be me being a dumb piece of work right here. But why does this guy have so many hunting stuff just lying around his house? I mean, that is not my problem. I mean, he has the rights to bear arms in this free country of the free. And I guess that if his hobby is hunting, then that would suggest why his living room was armed with a bear trap. Maybe he has a bear living around here that does not like him, and he enters his house and comes at him at night. Who knows? But what I do not know is what in the world is going on here with this dude, because all of this still does not tell me why is such a weird guy in my dreams. Wait a second, this was the exact spot where he knocked me down in my dream. So was it actually a dream? I am really considering the fact that it might not have been a dream, but that he is just not fond of people who roam around in his house, which I could see why he would not want that. But it is just weird because I do not really recall if that actually happened or if that just was all happening in a dream. For all I know, he knocked me out and laid me down in my front yard to sober back up, which, if you think about it, is really nice of him to do. I mean, he could also have kidnapped me and do all sorts of stuff, but he surely did not do that. Alright, so here I was in my dream as well. Oh wait, did he just pass behind the broken window? Wait a second, a broken window. I broke that window in what I thought was my sleep. I guess that it was not a dream and that he actually just knocked me out a couple of hours ago, not even leaving a note or anything. But then again, I am the guy that keeps breaking and entering in his house, so I guess that we will just call it even on that one. But in my dream, my actual dream, I literally saw my neighbor and he was hammering down some door, and I saw some kind of card that looked like a credit card or a key card. Alright, that was the way down, I guess. I thought that this might bring me to the roof, but instead I just fall down from 1 story high. I guess that I will just pretend that this did not hurt at all and that I am alright and fine. No way, man, I really have got to get back in. I want to find out what this man is hiding. You're not going to tell me that he is a completely normal dude hanging around. The odds of that actually being true are like super duper small. Too small if you are being honest. Alright, so now I will need to get onto his roof, so that will work, I guess. And now I will need to find a way into that room behind the closed door right in there. Well, I guess breaking the window will do just fine for me. And this is the exact key card from that dream. That dream must have been trying to tell me something. There is no way around it. There is no way that all of this is a coincidence, because I am just refusing to believe that for one bit. So armed with his very own gun, I will try and find what this man is hiding in his weirdly freaky home right here. So now that I have got this key card, I can recall from my memory that there was a key card slider next to that steel door. Maybe that is where I can find what this guy is hiding. Maybe this will just lead me into his secret dungeon. Who knows? But we are in this doorway, and it seems like we are not getting out. Well, that is pretty concerning right here. And what in the world is this music? I do not like this at all. Maybe he heard me. I am just going to get myself out of here before he sees me again and he knocks me out again as well. Alright, sub, just run. You were on the track team in high school. You were made for this. Alright, the music is quieting down. I wonder what in the world that could have been. But whatever it was really scary, and I do not want to make him find me again in his house, because he will definitely kill me then. Man, I really want to find out whatever this man is hiding. I will make it my destiny to find out what is wrong with this man as long as I live here, because I will not close one darn eye before I can make sure that this man is not up to no good, because I am really thinking that he is up to no good, and he is not Harry Potter, who solemnly swears that he is up to no good. No, this is some other type deal going on right here. For all I know, that man is some kind of serial killer. Now that would like totally not be cool at all. That would by far be the most bad luck I have had in years, because I mean, think about it, how big are the chances of getting to be a serial killer's new neighbor? But what is going on here? I am back in my front yard again. I was literally just standing in his kitchen trying to go to his living room. You can tell me whatever you want, but this guy is using some kind of black magic, and I am willing to bet my life on it that I will be the one who discovers what this guy is doing. I will not rest before this man is put into a hold and we can make sure that this man will be freed from whatever demon is possessing him right now. But that would mean that I will need to get back into his basement, because I did not go in there last time because he was coming up after me. So this time I will just need to block all of my fears and make sure that he cannot manipulate me or knock me out of consciousness again. Alright, I stepped into the bear trap. This hurts like a bee stinging you a gazillion times in the foot. My god, this guy is really up to no good with this. Alright, I am out, and now I will need to get that key card again, or literally just anything else that will help me get to that basement before he sees me again, because that will end up horribly. I can tell you that much. Let's see what I can open with this electrical box right here. It better not be making too much noise or I will be a goner. And alright, I guess that this gun really does not like to be picked up. I guess that I am just bad with guns, or this floor is broken, or I am just too fat to do any of this right here. Alright, where in the world can I enter now to get to that door? I guess this window will do. Alright, this window is broken and he is right there. Wait a second, how in the world has he not heard that? He must be mad deaf or something, man. He is walking into a wall and running around running into stuff. What in the world is wrong with that guy? Oh, never mind, he is coming for me. Let's go sub, there is not time for shenanigans right now. Alright, that did not work out the way that I wanted it to. So I guess that I can start all over again. But I still wonder. I have played that Hello Neighbor game a lot recently, and I mean, this looks literally exactly like it. And if his basement is as weird as the basement in that game, well then we are up for a big surprise. So back on the roof, let's get our hands back on that key card and find a way into that basement of this guy. You know what I am really glad of? The fact that that bird of crow or whatever in this guy, his attic, is not as loud as the one in the actual game. Wait a second, this guy actually had a crow in his attic. What if the game is actually based on this guy right here? Then this might just be the weirdest man that I have ever seen in my entire life. And that is coming from me. And I watch myself being a weird guy in the mirror like every single day. Alright sub, you do not have to shoot him. But if he actually comes to beat you again, you will put a bullet right between those eyes. Okay, now is the perfect time. Please open quickly so I can get down into that basement. Come on, why is it not opening? You darn door. Oh my, there he is. Okay, I am just flat out screwed right now. Yup, I had got that coming for me, I guess. But man, that guy was quick. I really just slid the key through the slider and he heard that. But when I was standing behind him while he was in the living room and I broke the living room window, he did not hear one thing. He must have some great sense of selective hearing. There can be no other way for him being this weird. Alright, so I am just going to be distracting him so much that he has no idea from which side I am coming from, meaning that I can make sure that he actually does not end up seeing me sneaking into his basement. That is the perfect plan. I actually feel like Ocean's 11 right now, or 12, or any of the others. Oh no, he is still standing right in that corner. That is not what is supposed to happen right now. Where on earth is this guy going? He is literally just walking into random corners of his house. What is wrong with this dude? Well, maybe he won't notice it when I sneak past him, or maybe he will. Okay, he definitely will. It is time to get your inner Usain Bolt out sub. That is the only way for survival. Never mind, he actually did not follow me. Let's get back in then. Oh no, he is right there. Maybe if I can just sneak real quiet. Okay, I am just going for it. Make sure to make no noise at all and then just run down those stairs. Alright, let's go people. Let's see what this man is hiding inside of this thing. What is this basement? Oh my, what was that? I am having some kind of weird flashbacks. What the freak is going on here? And what is this music? What is all of this, people? I really need to be rescued. Somebody has to send help because I do not know if I can make it out of here alive. Alright, just run sub, you can do this. You have got to be faster than this guy. I mean, I should be faster, right? I am a pretty young and active guy and he looks like he is at least 50 something. Alright, a door. Oh no, another one of these flashbacks. Alright, I am sorry people. I will have to get back to you on this on another day, in another time.